Hello everyone, welcome to play the Doom 2016 campaign mode on, hold on a second, on the ultra-violence difficulty. Let's go, friends. Just, straight off the bat, just gonna get into the gameplay and have some fun times. This is just gonna be a shooty-bang fun time. I'm not gonna try to ultra-tangent every now and then or anything. That's for other ones that are other games that are more slow-paced, where I feel like I can be slow-paced and the people listening will be more slow-paced people. Anywho, cutscene time. Love the dialogue, by the way, so epic.
Rip and tear until it is done.
A lot of the visuals, symbols, atmosphere. Love this dark fantasy stuff, man. Live for it. Especially fantasy sci-fi combined stuff. That's probably part of why I love this game. Couldn't really get into the old Doom games because, well, they're old. That's just me. Can't really enjoy games that are not semi-pretty or realistic looking. Just depends. I mean, I can, but the art style has to really be geared towards aesthetics for me. This is, certainly. Old Doom's, nah, it's just... They were figuring out how to make a shooter back then, so... I don't know, I can't stomach the Doom's, original Doom art style. Now, Doom 16, oh my god, it looks so good. So, there's a lot of older games that look good to me, just not Doom. Either way. Man, these holographics, it's so cool. But yeah, I'm just gonna kinda go through here. Now, I haven't actually completed this campaign. I intend to this time, but I've played a fair bit of this game. I played the same bits of the campaign over and over. Probably gonna die a lot while I play this, but oh well. I played some arcade mode and played some online. I love this game. Got really hyped for Doom Eternal coming out next year, I believe, at this point. No, it's actually this year. I think it's October. I bet it's gonna be Halloween or close to Halloween, because that makes sense. That Bethesda would do that. By the way, especially after Bethesda's E3 showing this year, they really struck gold buying it all those years ago, because it is the only company really doing good for Bethesda right now, doing good things under Bethesda's wing at all, like...
Cannot determine the cause of the demonic invasion until the Resup satellite is brought back online.
At least for most people's thoughts, including mine. Like, I just want Starfield and ES6 actual news, and, you know, honestly, I'm glad they seem to be taking time to make them good, but they better be good.
I think we can work together.
They better not be just Fallout 4 again, you know?
In a way that benefits us both.
Yeah, right. Apologies for talking over some dialogue, but this is just me shoot-banging and rambling and being okay with it all. And I'm not even going to read tutorials, I'm not going to try to get everything. I just want to shoot things and talk and just feel satisfied as fuck, because that's what this game does to me. I love everything about the gameplay. I just want the shoot-bang and the dialogue and the epic feel and see what I can do on ultra-violence difficulty. And how many times I'll have to die before I actually finish the game, especially later on when it gets a little ridiculous. But, you know, let's see how this goes. Woozle. How y'all doing, by the way? I'm doing great. You know why? That's why. Shooting demons is fun. I won't even do all the challenges. I just want to get through the levels in a way that feels satisfying and fun to me. And, have fun doing it. Hopefully, help you guys get some enjoyment from this series, too. That's all I really want to do with this. I'm probably gonna do more chiller runs like this. I don't know what I kind of want to call this something different than Dergy be Playin. Although, that's kind of a fun name, but... I don't know. I'll just see what I do with my, my series names later on when I get deeper into what I'm doing with this YouTube stuff and what I want to be doing with it. But I have to keep making content first before I can really understand what I want to make and what I don't, you know? I gotta keep experimenting, I guess, with different ideas that I have that I feel cool about, you know? Okay, do not get trapped in corners. That is insta-death in this game. That's... Also, don't shoot barrels when you're close to them! Also, you know what another fun part of Doom is? Laughing at the stupid ways you die. And in my experience, anyway. Very fun. God, this game is just a blast to me. I think that's what it's supposed to be, let's be honest. It's just one of those games that's just meant to be a crapload of fun. Gosh darn is it. Gosh darn it is. To me. To the Durgan. Alright, let's do this right this time. Right-er, anyway? As long as I do something right-er than before, I'm doing good things. That's what I tell myself. I mean, yeah, it helps. It helps if your idea of right-er is realistic, you know? And also, it helps if it's helpful to more than just you. And I hope this series is helpful to someone in some way. If just, you know, get you some laughs, get you some mutual fun-timey feels, you know? Like, I am all for that. That is why I love watching gameplay vids. At least part of why. I also like, you know, the Let's Players that freely express themselves while they play games, you know? The ones that don't seem to be trying to be anything, like super funny or whatever, but just kind of being themselves and having a good old time. And by being yourself, I don't mean like unadulteratedly be an asshole if you feel like you're an asshole, but just, you know, be what feels right to you as you play. And a lot of times, what feels right in these kind of, like in this kind of setting to me, is what feels like it would, you know, best case scenario benefit your audience and you at the same time. Like, I'm still figuring out what that is to me and what kind of content I want to make. Like, I wanted to do YouTube for a long time. I kept stopping and starting and stopping and starting, and this is the first time for a while that I've been uploading for a long time because I figured out that I want to just upload a variety of games, not care about lengths, not care about editing right now, and just kind of get content started, and then start to fall into more of a routine. You know? It doesn't matter if I get viewers before then or not. I just know that at some point I'm going to be like, okay, I've been doing this for a while, I feel like it's time to level up and do it better. And then, hopefully, you know, I mean, the feel is I'll at least get some views after that. I've been looking and my videos still get no views right now. Oh well. I'm having fun making them. Because I'm putting stuff out there that potentially can entertain people, and I'm talking about stuff that I like talking about. I don't feel like I need to, you know, control what I'm saying as much, because gamers, you know, as a YouTube audience, you know, especially YouTube audiences that I get around, they're cool people. Like, you know, and they probably share a lot of similar sentiments to me, because a lot of them are probably millennials like me, or at least the generation that they call millennials. By the way, if anyone is wondering, I'm 24 years old. I'll probably get that question a lot, especially because, at least as far as I know, I sound a lot younger than 24. I also apparently look a lot younger than 24. A lot of people have said both of those things, but others have said, nah, you look your age, and I'm like, okay. And you don't sound too much younger, and I'm like, okay.
Must understand our interest in their world was purely for the betterment of mankind.
Are you sure about that? Because this guy's really fucking dead. And so is every other human in this facility.
But it was worth the risk. I assure you.
Lies. Bullshit. You know, that guy seems to be one of those super corporate attitude people that, because they're high up in the food chain of mankind that has been created by greed and money and all sorts of things, that, you know, they feel like they have the authority to call the shots for the entirety of the race. American politics right now! What? I didn't say anything. Okay, so, whee! Impact compensation. Fancy word for no fall damage, because fall damage can go suck my dick. Or something. Being abrasive is fun from time to time. I try to avoid doing it tons, because when people do it tons in in any kind of YouTube thing, and that seems to be a really common thing, I just get turned off by it. I'm just like, that's too abrasive at this point. Like, it's just abrasion. I want, you know, people to be mindful of what they're saying and their audience, and I feel like a lot of people aren't very much. But, you know, if that works for their audience and what they want to do with their channel, then I guess that's fine. But that doesn't work for what I want to do with my channel, so, you know. Gosh, just running around and shooting is like so fun in this game. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm not the best shootery person. Like, it takes a lot to be a good shootery person. I feel like I'm getting closer every time I really invest a lot of time in these games. But, you know, I just find this extremely fun. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta watch my health more. Be more mindful of that. Maybe look at the pickups more when I'm low health, perhaps. That might help too. But yeah, I'm gonna die a lot. This is just for me to shoot, bang, have a good time, talk about things, and just get through. And hopefully not get super frustrated with anything. Like, if I die a lot, oh well. That's my attitude to this, because this is a hard game, and I'm playing on Ultra Violence, the hardest difficulty I have unlocked. I don't plan to go any higher, but you know... Like, it's gonna get even more ridic every level. Like, I've been pretty far in. That's why I know I can probably do this, given enough effort and, you know, enough patience with myself and the game. I can do it, you know? Because I got pretty far. It gets ridic later, but, I mean, I'm better at playing shooters than I was at that point, so... Because, well, I've been practicing it. I've been practicing at sticking with games in general, and also doing some mental exercises. I really need to stop doing that. Exploding barrels when I'm so close to them. Real dangerous. Especially on this difficulty. And, I mean, inferably, especially above as well. Alright, time to get more serious. Remember, don't get so close to barrels, bud. Just a thing that I have to slowly, carefully, gently drill into my head. Alrighty. Just having fun playing this game. Like, a lot of fun. Isn't that what it's for? Isn't that what games are for? And fun to me is a great source of joy. Like, that's what makes games so impactful to me. There's other ways, too. A lot of emotional immersion can come from it, and a lot of good can come from it, especially games that have good messages. But this, you know, first of all, it's a way to channel anger by just, you know, shooting evil demons, you know, and I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of anger in me now. The way I'm talking right now, and etc., you might not think it, but I do. I'm a male, and hell, I know a lot of women who do too. It's a human thing that is getting more and more rampant. Especially in America, if you want to believe studies. Now, I don't know if I want to believe studies most of the time. I don't know if I want to believe anything that comes from any sort of large institution or organization nowadays. For obvious reasons, I may not need to clarify, because so many of those people or in organizations seem to lie and have some kind of corporate backing and blah blah blah, you know, but, I mean, it makes a lot of sense, you know? A lot of studies, if you really think about their findings, a lot of it's stuff that people have inferred for a while, and it's just confirmation of it. And I honestly feel like knowing the, you know, exact causes of things and blah 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 isn't as necessary as just observing, and if you want to change something directly about your life, you fucking do it. And, you know, you usually have to observe and figure out a way to make yourself do that because of the way humans are. But, well, once you do, it's nice. Like, you know, for example, I've made myself be regular on YouTube, and I know I'm gonna keep doing it at this point. I know. Like, I'm done starting and stopping YouTube, and we'll see what it does for me, you know? And also, if you have advice for me, feel free to drop it in the comments. I apologize if I don't follow it, though. Like, honestly, those people that say, like, no advice, that just, I don't know. If you are playing badly at a game, or, there's gonna be people that are, like, super purist, and some of them are gonna be mean. You can ignore the mean ones, and the ones that seem to be giving constructive criticism. It's probably a good idea to listen to at least a little. If you're still not gonna play that way, though, just don't play that way, and probably calmly explain why if people keep asking, but, you know, what's the point of making tangential videos about don't tell me how to play? Like, there's a lot of gamers that do that, and go and comment tangents like that. I'm like, people are gonna do it. It's the internet. So many people seem to feel like, if it's the internet, or just seem to feel, especially a lot of gamers seem to feel like they know how to do something right. And if someone isn't doing it right, they better tell them. I don't know why that attitude is so rampant. It's kind of stupid in my opinion. Especially, if a Let's Player isn't hitting a brick wall and not accomplishing anything, and asking for help, or at least hitting the brick wall and not accomplishing anything, then I guess you can tell them. But I just got through that mission that I failed a couple of times. So what am I doing wrong? I'd say that if you're doing something wrong in a game, like the point where you're really doing something wrong, is when you, for hours and hours and hours, try the same thing and cannot, for the life of you, do it. That's when you're doing something wrong. That didn't happen there, Anyway, I mean, there's so many people that you make one little gameplay difference, not even a mistake, just do something differently from another person that still works in a game, and they feel like what they do is the right way to do it. I mean, if you look at comment sections on YouTube videos, on streams, there's so many people that are like that. Just like call you out, man, you should have done, ugh. I mean, I still won. What the fuck do you want from me? Like, I'm probably gonna get flack for saying that, at some point on this video, because of how the internet works, or I might not. Who knows? All I know is that why. Just kind of wanted to make that comment, because, I've been watching YouTube, and streams, especially gaming stuff for many years, and I just don't understand a lot of what goes on those channels, comments-wise and such. A lot of the backlash seems to be people lashing out for something to hate. I don't get it, And that's part of why I stopped. Like, I was so afraid of the hate. Now I'm just like, okay, people are going to hate. People are also going to love. And the love is worth the hate. That's my opinion now. And so I'm doing YouTube now. And it feels great. Like, I feel great. I have no viewers. And I'm having a blast recording this. I'm having more fun than if I was just playing this fun game by myself. That's why I'm doing it right now. And if it helps someone else, fuck yeah. And I feel like if I keep doing videos and keep doing videos and keep improving my videos, one day someone is going to come along and watch something and get something good from it. And hell yeah to that, even if it's one person for the rest of my life, that's awesome. This was worth it. Hell, this is worth it because I'm enjoying the fuck out of it, and I'm not hurting anyone. Like, and enjoyment makes you a better person. If you enjoy more of your life than you hate it, you're just not a bitter person or anything else that's going to cause detriment to anyone else. Like, that's a fact of life. So, this is useful. Anyone that says games aren't useful don't get that. Not just games, but so many things. So many hobby-type things. Now, yeah, there are people who, because of their own mental stuff, at a certain point in their lives, denounce video games because it caused them so much trouble in their current mental state at the time. But it was due to their current mental state, not the game. Kind of the same thing. It's about, like, guns don't kill people, the people that use guns kill people, It's the same concept, and that's why the people that decide that games are bad really just, like, piss me off. But, let's be honest here. It's probably stems from the fact, mostly, that I am a gamer, and I get a lot from video games. And it makes me a little angry that people are like that. And it makes me more angry the more I see that run rampant, and run rampant, and run rampant, A lot of times, I don't really do news outside of gaming news. And I'm not trying to keep my world a little bubble anymore, but I feel like I have to sometimes. And news is one of those things where it's not just, people denouncing gaming, it's all sorts of things. Alright, so I don't have any points right now. Do I read the entries? No, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not gonna read the Doom lore. I think it's actually pretty cool that A, they put lore in a Doom game, and B, that, I've read most of it. It's really cool. At least I've read a good chunk of it, because I know I got to a good chunk, got through a good chunk of the game. But, yeah, I just want to shoot bang things right now, and maybe I could do a better Doom series one day. At least subjectively better by my own self-opinion of it, of that thing that I create one day, mayhaps. But, oh yeah, that's right. I was probably supposed to grab this. I walked right past it. Okay, so let's go ahead. Environmental explosive. I mean, because I keep killing myself with barrels, might be an idea. I'm definitely gonna do equipment system. Very nice, and I'm not using very many grenades. I haven't actually used any grenades. I think the grenade button is clicking the left mouse button, but I may, or not the left, the middle, the mouse wheel, but I may be wrong. But I haven't really used grenades. That is something I could. But you know what I'm gonna do is area scanning. Nice, cool, but I'm not really gonna need those because I'm not gonna try to get everything. I'm just gonna try to shoot my way through the game and have fun. Because to me, getting everything in this game is a little bit frustrating because of the way the levels are designed and how things are hidden, and the fact that these kinds of games aren't the things that I play the crapola out of. And playing the crapola out of anything requires rather specific, tight game design for me a lot of times. So, anyway. And also sometimes just requires moods that I have for a specific kind of game for a long enough period of time, to really get through a long game, or almost any game, because I take a while to play through. This series is probably going to be longer than a lot of you think it will be, because I take a while to play my games. I take a while to figure things out sometimes, etc., etc. I might get faster, so, especially because, honestly, I'm going to play more games, really thoroughly, and want to play better because I am recording it for you guys. So you might see me really improve my gaming skills, and I've improved them already over the years of understanding how. Slowly. Because that's how I understand things, slowly. But I'd say well after a while, once I really understand something well enough. It's just ingrained in me in a way that maybe some people don't get ingrained in. Either way. Be really careful. Alright. Keep moving. There we are. If I get silent, it's just focus mode, I kind of needed to play this game because I've been angry tonight. That's just fuel for continuing to try some more. What time is it? It's 9:58. Alright, here's what I decided to do. Right after I finish this mission, it's call my friends time, because I was going to call a couple of my good friends on Discord tonight. Alrighty. But yeah, I've decided I'm just going to upload a variety of games that I want to upload at any given time, and if I actually finish things, awesome. If I don't, well, I think I will finish things after a while, because that's one thing I've really been wanting to do for a long time. Oh hey, I just, if I accidentally discover secrets like that, that's awesome, but I don't intend to discover them all. Nice little Doom guy figure, that's cool. I think that's the original Doom guy, but quote me if I'm wrong. Imp model. Classic guy, yeah, it looks like, yeah, pretty sure that's Doom guy, like Doom guy from Doom 1, 2, 3. And I think there were also other Doom games that were made. Don't quote me on that, but I'm sure. But Doom 1, 2, 3 are the classic ones. I have Doom 3 on my computer, but this is the only one I feel like I'm gonna be playing. I got a Doom pack a while ago on Steam including this game and some classic ones, but not really interested in classic ones just because of the aesthetic. That's me, though. Honestly, I am probably more inclined toward modern games because of even the pixel arty games just look nicer to me and play nicer and etc. because the technology has improved so much over the years and the way developers develop games, you know. Yeah, I'm not trying to play in any specific way, just trying to get through this mission right now. Just have fun doing it. Just continue to play the way I want to. Continually, you know, get better at it and understand what I need to be doing and play and play and play. And I like this game because it feels mindless enough to me, even though I'm being challenged. It feels mindless enough to me because you basically just shoot things and melee things till they die. I mean, that's a strategy that works in this game. So I can just talk over it and thus get better at talking and doing all the mental and physical stuff that goes along with playing a game well at the same time. You know, because that's a skill in itself. Every single gaming commentator on YouTube or anywhere else, any person that makes a huge hobby or living out of it, will tell you that exact same thing. I bet a lot of them have said that. And I've watched a lot of those people and still do, and tend to continue to do that for years and years to come. Like, honestly, when I was a teenager, I basically watched Let's Plays for a living. Like, when I was not in school, or a lot of times when I was in school when I could get away with it, I watched YouTube. You know? And mostly Let's Plays, and gaming videos in general. But, you know, more than just gaming videos and those kinds that go, you know, my favorite kinds of gaming videos are Let's Plays, part of the reason why I wanted to do them, and the in-depth ones that kind of go into how a game was made, not opinions, but more non-fiction, informational, almost encyclopedia-style videos on game design and game companies and etc. Those fascinate the heck out of me. And also gaming content about people that are just knowledgeable, from people that are just knowledgeable about the games and just usually tend to do that, like Lore Runner. He is a huge inspiration for me because in addition to a huge gamer, I'm also a huge writer. And I feel like he is improving my writing by just, you know, indirectly giving me advice on how to write things. So I feel like a lot of his opinions and analysis on game stories, because he's a huge story nerd, have helped me to kind of flesh out some of the things that I've writing and inspire me to really write more and better things. So shout out to Lore Runner. I'm gonna shout out a lot of channels on this channel. You know, I just feel like that's, like, you know, contributing to the culture is a good thing. Whatever culture you're in, you know. If you make a living from a culture, I feel, and I want to do that, or even if you just gain a lot from the culture, you know, on any level, and I certainly do, you know. Like, I gain a lot of enjoyment and not feeling alone and all sorts of great things from this culture. Like, you know, it owes to you to try to give back to that culture. And, you know, gaming culture on the internet is one of those things for me. Yeah, there's a toxic part of it, but that's part of being human, not just part of internet culture, it's part of humans, you know. But I feel like a lot of stigmas are a lot of things are just being brought to light more, and more people care about more things these days, and I'd say that's good. And yeah, there's a lot of stigmas about some of these communities and how toxic they can get, but I just feel like people need to figure out how to be moral and not step on people's toes at the same time. It's kind of a difficult balance. But people that have gotten there do better. They still get hate because of the nature of humankind and the nature to just look at someone who's different from you and decide that they must be wrong somehow because on some level they piss you off or something. It doesn't matter why. There's just a lot of that in humankind that I see. And in myself that I see. And I'm trying to live in a way that gets rid of that whole behavior pattern from at least escaping my mind and making its way out into the world through words and actions. You know, as long as I do that, I think I'm doing well for myself. And, well, I'm doing well for myself even if I'm decreasing that. And I've certainly been decreasing that in me lately. You know? And I intend to continue increasing it for the rest of my life. Alright, so I finished the mission. That was fun times. I hope you guys got something cool from this. I got something cool from it. It was fun. It was cool to get a lot of this stuff out of my brain and onto something tangible that someone might listen to one day. So, yeah. And it was honestly good to get it out in general. So, I hope you all have lovely ones, and I'm hyped to continue this. I'm just going to be mindlessly blasting through the game, but as long as you're cool with that, then, yeah. Stick around, and if you like the series, heck, I love you. I'm not going to tell you, oh, give me a thumbs up and subscribe at the end of every video, because that makes me feel patronized. Like, I subscribe and like a lot of things without prompting, and I think a lot of people do, and being prompted makes me feel patronized, and or at least just makes me feel like, I don't know, the person is really too into it for themselves and not doing it for the fun of it, for the culture. That's what I'm doing, so I'm not going to do that. Either way, friends, have lovely ones, and have a wonderful day. Big hugs. See you tomorrow, or probably tomorrow. I'm probably going to upload some more of this tomorrow. I'm going to upload some more something tomorrow, so if you watch this video on the day it's uploaded, I kind of doubt it, but if you do, I'll upload more tomorrow. And I want to upload one thing every day as long as I can. You know, in any feasible way. Like, I'm done procrastinating on this, at least, because it gives me so much joy. So, have good ones, friends. Love y'all.